Hi folks and welcome to Truck King. Today we have an exciting video because we're taking a look at this, the brand new North American Ford Ranger. And yes, that right there is the Ranger Raptor, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Down here in Michigan at an event where they're showing us all the new Rangers. So we're going to look at a bunch of different trim levels, but we're going to start with probably, actually, definitely the most exciting one, the brand new Ford Ranger Raptor. And maybe what's most exciting is what's under the hood. This is a brand new, or not brand new, it's already in the Bronco Raptor, of course, but the 3-liter EcoBoost V6. Makes 405 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque, and that is sent through a 10-speed automatic. Yes, this is a midsizer with just over 400 horsepower. It should be an absolute rocket ship once we get out there and are able to drive it. So up front, you can see North American Rangers kind of adopted some of the looks from the F-150, some of the looks from the Maverick, and then it's also just a little bit unique. You get those C-clamp headlights, that wide Ford badge across the grille, giving it a bit of that family appearance. Now, as we roll back, let's focus on these big guys, the tires. That is a set of 33-inch BF Goodrich KO3s. So that's the new gen of BF Goodrich tire that Ford has moved to here on the Ranger Raptor. Now, as we go back, I will give you the numbers right here, approach, departure, and breakover. Now, let's see if we can get in here and I can show you what's behind the tires. Was a set of Fox 2.5-inch live valve shocks. Now, live valve means that these shocks can change their damping force on the fly based on how you're driving and then also based on which drive mode you put the truck into. So you can really get best of both worlds when you're off-road or when you're on-road. Now, another big feature here in the Ranger Raptor, selectable lockers in the back and in the front. Yes, just like the Colorado ZR2, the Ranger can now lock up both of its differentials. Now, the Ranger Raptor here is actually 3.5 inches wider than the base Raptor as well, so you get some extra width for that extra stability. And then thanks to the suspension changes, it's also coilovers in the rear and not leaf springs like the other Rangers are. This thing has 1.5 inches of extra wheel travel. Those wheels as well, beadlock capable right from the factory. Out back, you are getting twin exhaust along with 2 beefy recovery hooks. I like how exposed those recovery hooks are. That's handy. Now we can quickly take a look in the bed, and this is not unique to Raptor. This is just like every other Ranger, but we can look at the features. Probably the most important, in-bed power. So you're getting a 12 volt right there, 180 watts max, and then a 120 volt 400 watts max of power, so you have a plug. You're also getting hard tie downs back corner, in the center, and then up there in the front. And then the other big deal is the truck's a little wider, so this is now actually 48 inches between the wells, so you can get that 4x8 sheet of plywood in there, which is always something people are asking for. Back here on the tailgate, a couple new tricks. We have a ruler, which is becoming kind of standard across the industry. Ford started it, now everyone's copying them. And then we have these C-clamp pockets, which went on the F-150. Handy to hold stuff down like lumber, although I'll be honest, they're kind of small. I feel like my C-clamps wouldn't even quite fit in here. These are bigger on the larger truck. Now, while we're back at the back here too, we do have a 2-inch hitch. Tow rating here on the Ranger Raptor, 5,500 pounds. Not quite as much as the regular Ranger, of course, because it's so ready for off-roading. Now we can take a quick peek inside as well. Of course, you're getting unique seats with these big thick bolsters that's going to hold you in place when you're off-road. And then the code orange accents, stitching, code orange up here on the dash as well. And that is a 12.4-inch touchscreen vertically mounted in there. That thing's a monster too. So that's just about it on Ranger Raptor. Go ahead and drop your questions in the comments. And now let's head over and take a look at some more regular Rangers.
Hey everybody, it's Howard at Truck King. Listen, about 2 years ago, I was gifted a set of these giddy up straps, and they've been in my truck ever since, helping my wife, my grandkids, even my mom get in and out. Well, just recently, we came into a supply of these, and we now want to sell them to you. So all you got to do is reach out to us at hey@truckking.ca. Steve will throw that up here. Tell us where you are, what kind of truck you have, how many units you want. We'll get back to you with a price, including postage. Listen, we believe in this product, and we believe you're gonna like it too.
And here, folks, we have the Ranger Lariat. Now, Ranger will be available in 4 trims. XL is the base model, move up to XLT, then to Lariat, and then, of course, into Raptor, which also means that the tremor has been dropped for the new Ranger. If you ask me, it will probably come back. No one here will confirm that, but I think wait a few months, maybe a year, and we'll probably see a new Ranger tremor as well. So let's talk about some of the features on this sort of more normal Ranger, unlike that crazy Raptor. First of all, big news, this thing is only available in 1 cab style and 1 bed, exactly as you see it here, crew cab with a 5-foot bed. They got rid of that super cab model, so this is the only way you can get it. The industry is moving this way. Chevy did this as well with Colorado, and now Ford has followed suit with the Ranger. Now, for engine options, you actually have 3 different options in this truck. At base, you're gonna have the same 2.3 liter 4-cylinder turbo we have today, and then you can move up to the 2.7 EcoBoost V6. So 2 engine options here in the Lariat, and then if you move up to the Raptor, you get that 3 liter. And right here, I'll put up all the power numbers. And all the engines are paired with the 10-speed automatic. Now, towing on this Ranger maxes out at 7,500 pounds, which is a really good number and just shy of being class leading. GM can do up to 7,700 pounds. Now this Ranger, it was designed for the world. This is a worldwide product, and North America, we get some unique features, but just keep that in mind when you're looking at it, that this truck wasn't just meant for here, it's meant for everywhere. Now, because of that, it has a brand new, fully boxed steel frame all the way around. And then there's a bit of aluminum. They haven't gone the F-150 route with all aluminum, but the hood, the tailgate, and then these front fenders, they are aluminum to help you save a little bit of weight. Now, here on this Lariat model, we have a set of Goodyear Wrangler Territory all-terrain tires, which is nice looking. I'm gonna go ahead and assume those are an option, but I don't know that for sure. Now, I showed you the bed on the Ranger Raptor, which is the same, but one thing the Ranger Raptor doesn't get, these brand new side steps. And you can't call them bumper steps like what the other brands do. You can see the bumper is separate. That's just in front of the bumper. And the other thing Ford keeps talking about is how you can fit 2 feet on this thing. It is fairly wide. So that's pretty handy, and that's gonna help you get up into your bed, of course. Now, around back, I already mentioned 7,500 pounds of towing, 2-inch hitch receiver, and a 7- and 4-pin connection. We will take a look at this tailgate, which is damped. I said it's same as Ranger Raptor, 5 feet long. One interesting thing is they have a damping shock, which is actually like visible outboard. That's not very common. Usually you don't see that damping shock. Now, why don't we take a closer look at the interior of this Lariat? Because, of course, Lariat is the most luxurious model in the lineup. So this gets all the interior features. You're talking about a massive 12.4-inch touchscreen over there in your center stack. And then right here in front of the driver, you're also getting that fully digital display. Now on XL and XLT, this display up here is only 8 inches. Whereas in this truck it's 12.4, and then the center stack on the base trucks is just 10 inches, whereas here it's 12 inches. So there are different setups based on which trim you get. They also talked a lot about sight lines in this truck. They really work to make the visibility good. It is a small truck after all, and it does feel it just sitting here in the driver's seat. I'm not sure the perspective you'll get, but it does feel like I'm sitting up nice and tall and I have quite a bit of glass to look out of. Of course, it's hard to comment on until we actually drive it. Now that I'm in here, I'll talk technology, and look, it's out there on that sign for me. So we're getting all kinds of tech. Pro trailer backup assist, trailer reverse guidance, blind spot. We do finally get a trailer brake controller here in the Ranger. It was missing that before in the last gen, but there it is, integrated brake controller, which is important if you're pulling 7,500 pounds. Over-the-air updates, 360-degree camera, the zone lighting, which is exterior lighting that'll light up all around the truck. This thing will park itself. It will try to avoid a collision the best it can too. You have adaptive cruise control here, controlled on your steering wheel. So loads of different driver assistance features on this new Ranger as well. And then for infotainment, that's the new Sync 4A system, which is only in a couple of other Ford products. So that thing's also quite new. And finally, let me quickly just show you this. This is a Ranger XLT, just so you can see what a slightly more basic version looks like. The Lariat models you saw, well, they were covered in chrome. This XLT doesn't get that chrome look. Still, I think it's a nice looking mid-sized truck. They made it look really muscular, no surprises there, because they wanted to look like a big beefy truck. But why don't you go in the comments and let me know what you think of the styling here on this new Ranger. Another thing we can do here on this XLT model, because I always like to look at the payload on the door jamb sticker. 1407, pretty good for a mid-sizer. Well, folks, we're coming to the end of this one. Now, as you can see, it's exciting. We have a new Ranger from Ford. We're getting a new Tacoma from Toyota real soon. And we have those new GM twins. This is a big year for mid-size pickup trucks, and I can't wait to actually get in this thing, go for a drive, and then compare all of those new trucks. So like I said, that's it for this one. Please now go below, though, and let me know what you think of this Ford Ranger, the styling, the engines, the Raptor, all of it. As always, while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit join to become a member of our channel, and then come right back here to Truck King to see what we're testing next. See ya.